Okay, I yapped a lot in my last video, so if you haven't seen it, you can go check it out over here. It's me talking about my overall, like, my start doing my first Renfaire and the first and only Renfaire I've done so far. This one, though, this is a first, but it's first for being my that made so much more sense in my head. This event that we're going to talk about today actually is going to be my second event outside of Escondido. This one, Temecula, specifically at Vale headquarters. Hi, my name is Step. Some of you may know me from voice acting, some of you may know me from doodling you, and some of you probably don't know me at all. And today we're talking about the Temecula Renaissance Fair. I gotta say, this event was a surprise. I know it's probably good to go into events with no expectation when you're doing vending, boothing, or offering a service like doodling, like I do. It's mostly to gain the numbers and the data and be able to assess how that's gonna look going into other events or if you're gonna come back. At this event, I still had a small inclination that I thought this would be a lot smaller than the Escondido Renaissance Fair, which is what I'm used to. A big crowd, reaching a capacity, larger space, larger venue. I've looked into Temecula and realized that their location was the Vale headquarters. It's very old-timey, old town, old western feel. Really nice area to just walk around, and I can imagine that the locals there absolutely love it. How I heard about this was, funny enough, the original dates were in November, and I had no idea. I heard about this event because of the announcement that the storm passing through that area was why they were going to reschedule it to December. That video is where I decided to look more into the event. I then ended up applying last minute, hoping to see if I got in or not, and I did. I guess there was a lot more vendors that were applying last minute because of the announcement. Just like me, I guess the algorithm just pushed it out to more people, which was great because I got to sneak in there last minute. Because of the event, the location, not having attended it before, I had no idea how many people were going to show up. So I thought, oh, this will probably be a smaller turnout than what I'm used to at Escondido. I couldn't be more wrong. In the best way possible, my expectations were completely shot. This show ended up becoming one of the busiest events I've ever vended before. It was an incredible turnout and so many people showed up. 3 to 4 hours of open, I was at my max capacity already. My wait list was already at like 2 to 3 hours and increasing every 10 minutes. It was incredible. Everybody in the area just was so nice and so sweet and so kind, and the overall vibe in the air was just so welcoming and happy, and I don't know how to explain it, but I could just feel that all the people that I was encountering, like hearing the vendors near me and the show on the stage and just everyone talking, this was a safe space that everyone just wanted to have fun, to dress up, to express their interests together, and overall just have a good time. I ended up looking at my Square report and I was blown away to find out that I was drawing people every 10 minutes. Normally, I'm pretty quick when it comes to doodling. I've never done that quickly before. I was still going at a pace that I was comfortable with and assured that people were getting what they were paying for, essentially. So none of the quality was sacrificed, and I realized 10 minutes per customer, per couple, per group was insane. I almost didn't believe it. I could feel it because I've never encountered that many people before at my booth at that capacity. I get really busy at Escondido, but this turnout was like triple the amount of people that I'm used to. Okay, so we're at the Temecula Renaissance Fair right now. It is currently day 1, Saturday, December 6th. Just finished setting up. Actually, I've had about 4 people
a big dog.
Come in, so it's been really popular, really busy. We got customers. I'll see you later. It definitely put me in a different perspective when it came to doing these portraits. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but there's so much I want to talk about, but also keeping it kind of brief and short. But I want to do mention, gosh, Steph, how are you a voice actor? I was getting so much positive feedback from everybody that was coming by the booth, everybody that got a doodle, people that really wanted a doodle, but they couldn't reach the capacity or get on the wait list or get seen in time. They looked me up, they made an effort to reach out to me, and I ended up networking and booking an event for at least once a month, all the way going into May. For context, it's December. So many people loved the booth. They loved the art style, they loved the brand, they loved the idea, they loved everything about it, and I was just overwhelmed with so many people that were just giving me those positive, feedback and impressions, and just overall just loved it. It was just so well received that I couldn't be more grateful. And I just gotta say, I had to eventually turn people away, which I do at the Escondido Renaissance Fair, but this one was just such a high quantity of people that couldn't get seen because of how many were ahead of them on the wait list. I just gotta say, I appreciate it so much that you made an effort, that you wanted to get on the wait list. I will be coming back for the next Temecula Renaissance Fair for sure, and I highly encourage you, if you're gonna be there, to please stop on my booth first thing or as soon as you get there or when you can, to get on the wait list so I can make sure to get you and your friends or your pets a doodle. If you do want a doodle for someone as a gift or for yourself or of a fictional character or as your pet, I drew a hamster once. I'll draw any pet you want. You can reach out to me on stepadoodles.com. I have my Google Docs submission form there where you can send your request and fill out the form to what you would like. Then I'll email you and we'll set up a payment method, and then from there I'll add you to the list of how many commissions I'm going to be doing that month. If you would like to have your portrait drawn on the live stream, or if you prefer not, regardless, you still will get a sped up time-lapse video of me drawing your portrait for you along with your actual portrait. There's a lot of people that reached out for that service too because they just couldn't get in, or maybe they wanted their friend who couldn't make it to get a portrait. My emails are starting to flood and I'm so grateful for it. But please, yes, I highly encourage you, if you want to get something like that done, please feel free to reach out to me, or you can email me at step@stepadoodles.com or DM me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm open to any communication really. I also have people lining me up for their events and locations, and I think that's even more fun, getting to do stuff like that. I love the fantasy feel. You know, it's cool to support elf art.
Support elf business! We love the elves!
I even ran into a couple that came by the booth that I drew in Escondido probably the season before, and they just wanted to say hi, and they let me know, funny enough, the day before seeing me, they had just framed and hung up their wanted poster in their house. And when they told me that, I felt like crying. Not to be overly emotional or anything, but just something like that is so special to me, that my art piece is hanging up in somebody's house. I wish you could know that I want to put it into words, how appreciative I am to hear something like that. I'm doing my best to communicate it, but really it means more to me, and there's no way I can communicate how much those kind of comments mean. I've had other couples that same day that were letting me know, oh, you know, we've never been caricatured before together as a couple. Your art style is what we wanted to be for our couple caricature. These types of encounters are what's pushing me to want to make this even bigger and go further and further with it. Just the overall reception at Temecula alone was enough for me to put into a new perspective to see how I want to go about the wanted brand, the wanted posters, the live portraits, and Stepadoodles. I already had a lot planned, but I think this is just going to speed up the process. I even had so many people that follow me at Stepadoodles that came by the booth that either got a wanted poster or just wanted to come by to say hi or to let me know to make sure to rest and drink water. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. I love all of you so much. You guys are really cool, and I love seeing familiar faces come by the booth again, especially at different locations than the ones that I met them at originally. So I hope to meet you or see you at future events. Temecula Renaissance Fair is something I highly encourage you to go to if you haven't gone to already. As of this video, it is a free entry and free parking event. It is something that the event coordinator expresses highly that they would like to make sure that if you can attend freely and have a good time in a safe space within a great community, that you can use your money to be able to support small businesses and other vendors, which I think is so special. Because of the free entry, there were many more people attending, locals and other people that were commuting just to go to the event. You can feel it in the air, you can hear it in people's conversations as they walk by, the laughter, the joy. There was something different about this place that I really liked. Overall, the community, the feel, and the events organization just was so well done, and I just gotta point that out, that the event coordinator did an incredible job, and I'm really grateful I got to be a part of it. If you are in the Temecula area in California or somewhere near or can make the commute, I believe they are doing a spring and a fall event, so I highly recommend that you follow 180 Events and Decor. You can see them right here or on my face or wherever my editor decides to put it. Thanks, man. You can follow her on Facebook or on Instagram to keep up with latest event dates, updates, and announcements as far as when the next event's going to be. Highly recommend you checking it out and supporting, and please go follow. Really cool stuff. I did mention this was going to be short, so let's just get into key takeaways. First, I did achieve my ability to get my whole booth into one vehicle, which was my car. At the time when I started doing this booth, I had a pretty compact car, so it made it really difficult to transport anything, but that's not the case anymore. I decided to try to pinpoint what exactly were the things that were keeping me from putting it all in one car. Sorting, and overall, my giant drafting table. I love that table so much. It's awesome, the aesthetic's cool, it's really nice to draw on, and I don't know, I like going above and beyond. So I decided to leave it home, decided to leave the drafting table at home and replace it with a folding, somewhat similar table that has a similar feel but is small and I can transport it easily. That saved me a bunch of space. The seating that I used to use was a giant chair that I couldn't fold, so I also replaced that with a folding chair. It wasn't very comfortable after a while, so I'm probably gonna have to get a different folding chair that's a little comfier, but still did the job. And also taking out one of the fake wall panels I used to put my posters up. I used to just put my menu on one and act like it was a pillar, but now I'm actually just putting up the grid panels that I got. I ended up getting these grid panels that are actually used for shelving, so you would put them as like the flooring of that shelf. I decided to take the actual shelf itself and I used it to hang with zip ties on my booth, and then I put the menu up there for almost every wall or angle for people to see, so no matter what walkway they're coming by, whether it's behind me or on the other side, a lot of people, even at a distance, were just expressing how much they liked it. I heard a lot of people saying how cute, oh my god, the art style, oh I love this, oh this is so much a good idea.
I think what caught my eye was just how cute the art was and how
I totally understand. A lot of people in person also mentioned like, oh, I go to a lot of Ren fairs locally or travel and I've never seen anything like this before. This is super cool. And I'm really happy that this idea is something that's original and something that I was able to conceptualize and eventually can grow it into something bigger. It's just really reassuring and inspiring, if anything, this kind of feedback, because I really want to take it further. All right, second, I realized that most of my booth is on the corner. I designed it that way as a corner booth with a 12x12 canopy. This event, like most events, gave me a 10x10 space, which is good for me because I need to challenge myself on redesigning my booth to fit something like that, in which I was given the opportunity and it worked out just fine, but I was still on a corner where one whole wall acts as a door entry so nobody's bumping into each other since so many people come into my booth. But that was Saturday. Sunday I was given a booth neighbor, so I had to figure out a way to make my booth actually fit within having only one entryway, which I did. I managed to figure it out, but I noticed that even with that rearranging, I still needed to find a way to make my booth a little more spacious because I'm offering a service where I have people sitting on stools near the entryway. I'm sitting in one entryway from where my helpers are coming from behind me to get to the table. It's overall pretty cramped. What I learned and took away from that might be better to invest in renting two 10x10 spaces next to each other to make it a 10x20. That way I can have the room to expand not only the store side, but also the waitlist side, the POS system side, and then the attendees can feel comfortable to sit on the stools and not be bumping into customers or waitlist people that are interested in joining. So most of the time when I'm given a 12x12 space, I think it's pretty fine. There's enough room for people, but even then it can get kind of crowded. So gotta figure out a way to redesign it to fit in different scenarios, which is fun. I'm excited to finally sketch out some new booth ideas and layouts, so we'll see. I did run out of business cards because of how many people were inquiring, and I realized that my booth, even though it was very brand visible when it comes to the wanted stuff, I should have done that with Stepadoodles, my actual logo and my handle and my brand itself as my business. A lot of people They want to see, like, immediately upon glance, what's the name of the business or what's the artist's name. So I need to invest in having a QR code that takes them to my social media handles that's accessible outside of the booth, along with a little more visibility on my brand so that they can see, take a picture of it if I'm out of business cards. Also bring a lot more business cards. I was networking a lot at this event. Even people that couldn't get into the booth were asking for networking connections through my helpers, which they relayed to me, and I was able to connect and reach out and make it work. So need to work on that, making things way easier for my attendees so that they can find me on social media or online a lot faster. Learning what the restrictions are and trying to accommodate them as best as I can while still maintaining my brand visibility is so cool. My light went out. Isn't that? Hold on. I think that light is my sign to start wrapping it up. So thank you so much to everybody that stopped by the booth, everybody that's been following me on social media, everybody that came by and was just so kind and just so adamant about letting me know how much they loved the brand, my art style, the booth. I know I mentioned I'm not good at expressing into words just how appreciative I am, but please know that no matter what I say, it's always times 10 how grateful I am for how much this is well received and all the positive feedback I'm given. To be able to do art as a business and to eventually one day say that I can do this for a living means the world to me, and just hearing how much you guys love this and my art is, I can't even put into words. All I can say is thank you so much. I can't wait to go back, and I have already more events lined up also going into 2026, which I'll make sure to post and let you guys know, so that way if you're in the area you can stop by. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to the event coordinator that was in charge of the Temecula Renaissance Fair. It means the world to me that you were able to let me be a part of this amazing event, and I can't wait to come back. So thank you so much. Alright guys, it's enough yapping from me. Remember guys, you are wanted, and just take it one step at a time.